Okay. Alright, making sure I am good to go, which I do believe I am. Hello everyone, welcome to the AM3 Championship here in Contest of Speed. I am Deathstorm, and as always, I am accompanied by Mr. B. Scholes. Say hello to everyone, Ben.
Hola, amigos.
Now we're speaking Spanish, even though we are on the strip tonight. We're gonna be flying through a bunch of casinos, a bunch of the pyramids, and wow,
I called that.
we are in Las Vegas for the inaugural Las Vegas Grand Prix. And as you see in quali, apparently we have rain.
I would cry.
I'm already crying. Tonight,
bad. Glad I'm not driving.
yeah, tonight we had scheduled 13. Unfortunately, as of right now, we are missing one. Hopefully, he joins us in quali. And we already have a driver out on track, and that would be Red Arrow. Before I get too in deep with this, Las Vegas, this track, 6.201 kilometers or 3.8 miles. It has 17 turns. Ironically enough, it may be raining, but DRS is active. We have two DRS zones here, one into turn 5, and then the other one as wow. Red Arrow already retired on stream, hitting the wall outside turn 5, and the strip itself, that is between turns 12 and 14. That straight is also known for its 1.181 mile length in straight. And little known fact for you, Mr. Scholze, but this will be the first race in Las Vegas in real life that has been run in Las Vegas since 1982. The Caesars Palace Grand Prix.
Look at the stats guy over here.
Of course. And here's another one. You know how the 1000th race in CO, or in not in COS, but in Formula One was at China in 2019?
Sorry, I was looking at the Discord to see if anybody was saying anything about the race.
But no, you know how in 2019 the Formula One had its 1000th race in Shanghai?
Yeah.
This is going to be race 1100.
Wow, that's a lot of races. That's a lot of circles.
Circles, counterclockwise in this case.
Still technically a circle.
Yes, you're right. You're right. But tonight we'll be going around certain landmarks in real life. What would be certain landmarks? The Sphere, the MGM Sphere, the elevated monorail, the Boulevard, as I've already mentioned, Hannah's Casino, so on and so forth. But yeah, a little bit of sightseeing to go along with your gambling habits if you are a gambler. Before we go too deep into everything, a little bit of news from last week at Silverstone. There were a couple incident reports in AM3. Sod and Gru had one where there was a 5-second plus 1 and a POV pen, so Sod was able to get tagged with 10 seconds plus 3 penalty points. Hood Kool-Aid Man also got an illegal blocking penalty of 3 seconds and 1 penalty point. That one's a major one because Hood Kool-Aid Man last week won in Silverstone. That got negated because of the penalty. BK ended up winning at Silverstone, and Hood Kool-Aid Man was P2, Giza was P3.
I'm so happy I'm not racing right now.
I feel really bad for guys that are out on track like BK. And another big major talking point, which Johnny Damon will go with us through tomorrow in the AM2 report, but I have to do it kind of now. There's a big name missing other than Hood Kool-Aid Man, and that's Sod. He is serving a race ban for penalty point accumulation, and that is accompanying with an AM2 penalty report. I'll let the cat out of the bag there. He ended up winning AM2 last week. That got negated, and he dropped down to 4th for AM2.
You see it.
So the updated podium for AM2 was Cars Ben in the Ferrari, Jay Supreme, and I think it was Fitz Dickwell was the 3rd place finisher. So yeah, that'll be a little more in depth tomorrow. With that being said, we are on board with the AM3 championship leader, Mr. BK. A little bit of also about that. The Constructors Championship. It is not here in the Williams, and the only team that was able to catch the Red Bulls were the Williams, the table. So Red Bull has officially clinched the AM3 Constructors Championship. Yet, BK has to race tonight. BK is on top with 211. Saad is in second with 151. Hood Kool-Aid Man has 138. Sean Boy has 137. With Hood Kool-Aid Man and Saad not being here, they will be mathematically eliminated as long as BK scores points here tonight. BK can win the championship if he wins, and Sean Boy finishes lower than, I believe it is 5th.
Oh, easy 10 bins it. Coming towards the long straight of the strip. The only one out there on inters, I think, at the moment.
Ooh, yeah, I just noticed that. A couple people are actually going out on soft compound tires now. With Jay and Giza being the 2. But yeah,
still act. Yeah, it is. That's crazy. It must not be raining hard enough. Sure doesn't look fun out there.
No, it doesn't look fun, but it doesn't look that it's too wet either. But as I said, the only guy that can now catch BK is his own teammate, Sean Boy. And like I've said, BK wins the title. Sean Boy finishes lower than 5th. It's over. BK will be the 2nd driver in COS to clinch the Drivers' Championship. Our racer, Lewis for EU4 in the Ferrari, clinched the EU4 Drivers' Championship this afternoon. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to Ferrari. And, well, as far as Red Bull is concerned, I'm
not too sure if it's raining in the race, Texas. We have not been informed.
No, we have not.
Doesn't look like it's raining. I mean, it's raining, but it can't be raining too hard because everybody's on softs.
Right.
Well, laps by Kane, by the way.
Yes. Aforementioned beforehand, Kane was actually on the soft compound tire, by the way. So he sat down on the soft, so we know the soft is definitely going to be the fastest compound tire. As he goes squirrely there out of turn, I believe that is turn 7? 5, 6, 7. Actually, that's turn 8. That he got a little squirrely out of there. You ever notice something? You ever notice something about this track? If you look at it, it looks like...
Upside down pig.
It looks like an upside down pig that has been tied and sitting on a rotisserie waiting to be cooked.
I'm interested to see how it drives IRL. It is the next race, so we'll see. Except the timings for the race is stupid. Like, qualifying's not till 1 a.m. Eastern. The race isn't till 1 a.m. Eastern.
Well, that's what
Like,
happens.
what driver is going to want to qualify at 10 p.m. local time?
I mean...
I don't even know if, like, Bahrain and Qatar are that late. I know it's at, like, in the dark, but...
I don't think they're that late. But yeah, no, that'll be a very interesting thing. I think they did that to try to take advantage of the sightseeing and everybody, like the tourist area that it is. That would probably be my guess.
Maybe.
But enough of blabbering about nonsense. 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in quali. Kane has provisional pole right now with a 140.8. His closest challenger is BK, who is out on a set of soft compound tires, just about 2 seconds adrift. Gustavo's another 2 seconds behind BK. Sean Boy, Electric Entre, and Giza are the only other drivers that set a lap thus far.
I don't know how Witchet didn't lose his tire. He's straight into the wall.
They don't want to wake up early to what? They wouldn't be waking up early.
Yeah, well, they'd have to wake up at like 6 a.m.
That's sleeping in for guys like me. Like, wham.
Oh, you silly asparagus.
Dude, I go to work for 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm up by 2.
Cap.
So, yeah. So, I want to catch somebody on an out lap potentially and getting close to the start finish line. I want to take a POV tour here of this racetrack. It's going to actually come from the AM3 championship leader, I do believe. He's the only one that's closest. That's on an out lap, I should say. As Mr. BK is on the 1 mile long Las Vegas strip, or formally named the Las Vegas Boulevard. I couldn't get it out. That was terrible. And BK is slowing down. Now he's going to start speeding up, I believe. He's got a car right behind him. He's got to want to watch out.
That's what I was going to say. He came back on track right as the car was catching up to him.
Yeah, very tricky conditions. Very tricky conditions for Mr. BK as he goes down Rochelle Avenue into the hairpin of turn 1. Actually, no, that's not Rochelle Avenue. This next corner is going to be the Rochelle Avenue intersection. This would be the first DRS detection point, and it is activated still. So he's going down Colville Lane now into turn 5. Very, very tricky spot on the track and a very good overtaking zone. Into turn 5, we're throwing it in a third gear, gentle on the throttle. And then the pig feet, which will on your left would be the MSG Spear. Turn 6, 7, and 8. Got to be very gentle through here. That set of corners reminds me of the Miami circuit right before the bridge. Going down Sands Avenue now into 12. Quick right left with a heavy braking zone onto the strip itself. That's a very tight exit there, honestly. It's going to catch a lot of people out this week, I would imagine. The second DRS detection point on the strip itself, coming down 8th gear, going over 200 miles an hour. Let's see what he hits going into the braking point. Wow. 215, 16, 17, 18, 219 right before the braking point of turns 14, 15, and 16. Runs a little deep. Doesn't invalidate, surprisingly. Turn 16, keeping it on the throttle, throwing it into 5th gear, 6th, 7th, and then he's going to get it into 8th while he goes through 17, crosses the line, and BK has provisional pole with a 40.7, 1/10 clear of Mr. Kane. Not a bad lap by the AM3 championship leader.
Not at all.
Kane's out on a set of inters.
I don't think inters are the way.
Yeah, Kane's on a set of inters. Paul going through we see a stricken Ferrari there. That's Whitjay. Paul very quietly has shown some pace as of late as well. I believe he has 2 top 5 finishes. He also has a podium from earlier this season. He had that on debut.
I think my goal for this race on Wednesday is just to survive.
That's my goal tomorrow, honestly. I think it's just going to...
this track.
I think my moniker has been this season, I survive, I get points. That's what it is. I don't crash, I get points. I think there was only one race this season that I could recall that I finished, and I finished out of the points. Ironically enough, it was Monza, one of my strongest tracks.
I hate Monza. I've done 2 league races there, and I hated both of them. Paul and Hell barely gets past Sean Boy on the timing charts.
By 200ths of a second, absolutely.
Why is ASAP on the mediums? Is what I would love to know. But
he wants to save a set of soft compound tires. He might have been watching the EU4 race. There was a late safety car, and everyone was able to bolt onto the soft compound tires.
It would be one thing if it was a fully dry track, but another.
Right.
I might only do 1 qualifying lap here on Wednesday, and then do a soft strat instead of hards, because hards have no grip. Oh my gosh, there's a Williams right in the middle of the track, and that's gonna be a penalty.
I mean, yeah, and he ends up getting disqualified for staying in the middle of the track there. That's a very, very bad spot. Yeah, so unfortunately for EZ10, he will be starting 12th. As my oldest daughter should be in bed.
I'm not too sure what EZ10 was trying to do there.
I think he lost the car and was just trying to get back on track.
Yeah, maybe he didn't. Yeah, I don't know.
A little bit of it.
Reversed.
Actually, while we got closing bit of qualifying, there is a little shout out that I'd like to do. One of our AM3 reserves, Racer Guy 450, he actually lives in Las Vegas, and I believe he is a volunteer marshal for this event, so he will be at the race. So enjoy it. Enjoy the sights and sounds of what we would like to do. And being that it is the first Las Vegas Grand Prix, that's kind of something that nobody could ever take away. So that's a pretty cool experience in my book. I don't know about you there, Mr. Solzy, but still.
Sorry, my mother walked in my room. What were you saying?
No, I was just shouting out that racer guy that one of the AM3 reserves lives in Vegas, and he's actually going to be a volunteer marshal, so he's at the race this week.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, that's pretty cool. Maybe he can get me free tickets. Except I'm sure the flights and the hotels aren't too cheap.
Oh God, no, absolutely not. And Texas, yes, one of my supercells. She needs to go to bed. She has school in the morning, and before her mother gets home from work, which is going to be very momentarily, she might want to be served to go in her room, and she definitely hears me. That's
She's
even
the belt, part. Everyone.
Oh no,
like the
no.
olden days.
No,
actually, you can't do that nowadays. You go call child services, and you'll go sent to jail. You can't punish your children nowadays. I don't know why BK's out again, because he's not going to make the line, so now he's just wasting a set.
52 seconds, he might actually make it.
He came out of pit road with like a minute and 30.
He's going to have to butter it.
Yeah, maybe he will make it, I don't know, I don't think he will.
I have 3. The one that's awake is 7. I have one that just turned 4. And I have an older one that's 8. So yeah, I have 3 supercells. All of them are nuts.
A busy man.
Hush. BK has 17 seconds to make it. He might make it. We'll stay on board with the Red Bull here. 10 seconds to go. He's got one corner to get there. He's gonna get there, I think. And he does. He gets there.
That would be unfortunate if he bended into turn 1.
Oh, all that work to get there to drain his DRS.
Yeah, he only has 52% ERS now, so we'll see what type of lap he can put down, because he was burning ERS just to get to the line.
Yeah, qualifying is over. Paul's in 3rd. ASAP Loggy's in 5th. That's a good quality from the Alfa Romeo. Giza's in 8th. One little note, and BK loses it going into 6th. One little note with the race tonight and for the rest of the season, with the ongoing issues, especially with the EU4 race this afternoon, the formation lap is off for the remainder of the season.
You know why I just noticed why everybody's out there?
Oh!
There's no rain anymore.
Woodjay with a 39 flat. Woodjay with a 39 flat slaps it on pole. That might just be good timing from him. The only 3 guys that can get him are going to be Kane, BK, and Sean Boy, who are all out on track. They're all out on hot laps. They are definitely going down the strip right now. First one to cross the line will be Sean Boy. He's giving a toe to BK right behind him. Or not right behind him. That's Sean Boy right behind. I apologize. Uh, let's see what Kane sets in.
Oh, BK almost lost it coming out of the second to last.
Kane puts it on pole.
Holy,
Sean Boy puts it right
my.
there. BK is going to be last coming out of 17 now. Let's see what he's got. I don't know, but he slides it across.
I don't think he got it. No.
Third, he did not. That's going to be Sean Boy on pole. Sean Boy doing what he needs to do to extend it another week. Sean Boy on pole with a 37.4. Kane's on his outside. BK is right behind Sean Boy in third. So it's a Red Bull 1-3 right now. Very nice qualifying from those three. With Jay in P4. Perfect timing from him. Paul's in P5. Gustavo's in 6th. Electric Entree in 7th. ASAP Loggy is in 8th with a 43.7 on the medium compound tires. As you could tell, that was definitely on a wetter track. Giza's in 9th. Red Arrow DNF'd in the very on the outlap. CV Delta, that is Skirley, I believe. He is a new full-time driver in the Mercedes. We have yet to see him out on track. He is in P11, and Easy 10 on the disqualification is rounding out the field. Podium predictions, safety cars, whatnot, always welcome in the chat. I'll start with you, Mr. Ben. What do you got for me?
I'm going to say, I know that there's not that many people racing, but I'm going to say there's going to be 4 safety cars. Well, safety or virtual. And that my podium is going to be, when it pops up who's racing, I'm going to go, what am I thinking here? You know, I'm going to go with a sleeper. I'm going to say Kane is going to win the race. Then I'm going to say BK gets second, and Sean Boy gets third.
Ooh, throwing a wrench in the plans.
Yeah, you know what? Why not?
All right, as I said, 5 red lights, formation lap is off. And away we go here in Las Vegas. This is going to get very interesting fairly quickly into turn 1. We'll see. Kane's on the inside, and Sean Boy are fighting this. Going into turns 3 and 4 now. Sean Boy takes the lead. Kane's in second. BK is in third. Wiche is in fourth. Gustavo's in fifth. Electric Entree in sixth. Giza, his teammate, is in seventh, passing ASAP Loggy in eighth. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what that guy was doing.
What was
Holy
that?
crap.
On the inside, the Mercedes just dive bombed it in the 5. That was insane.
Crap. I don't think he realized there was a turn there, maybe? I don't know.
Safety car? Safety car, safety car, safety car.
That was something.
That was something. That was absolutely something.
I don't know who made him mad last race, but he was going for someone.
This was actually his debut, and it didn't even make 5 corners.
Oh my, bro! Like, I don't think he took anybody else out. Some people might have wing damage, but he didn't DNF anybody else. So at least we got that.
Yeah, and we're down to 11. As far as the tire compounds, you see it on screen. Everybody's on the mediums with the exception of Kane on the hards, ASAP Loggy on the hards, Red Arrow on the hards, and Paul in 8th. He's the only one on the soft compound tires. Everyone's on the mediums. And as far as my prediction for podium, I'm going Sean Boy. I'm going to go Sean Boy, Kane, and I'm actually going to go with it as it sits. Sean Boy, Kane, and BK. BK being P3. I do believe if it sits like that and Sean Boy does finish ahead of BK, the championship fight for drivers will extend into Hungary next week. But that was absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah, if you don't have a formation lap on, it sure goes quick, doesn't it? Because we didn't even get time to really load into the screen before they.
Yeah, it comes real fast. It really does. Which is fine. I mean, to avoid any potential lagging or any hijinks with the formation lap with those qualifications and people joining in, it's kind of the safest bet.
I was wondering who that was in chat. That's Sod. That's probably,
But yeah, that's just a very interesting scenario. But what do you think about something that happened, I believe it was earlier this week, where the Texas Rangers ended up winning the World Series?
I was happy because I like Corey Seager, so.
Huh, yeah, another MVP.
Yeah, I'm excited too. Did you see all the awards that came out today? You see Strider?
Spencer Strider.
Nowhere to be seen on the Cy Young.
I don't understand how he was not able to be seen. He was the only 20-game winner in the bigs. It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense.
For another day.
But I will say this: speaking of the Atlanta Braves, if you think about it, and here's a little bit of an analytical darling for you. Over the last 3 seasons, there has been one player that has won the World Series for all 3 teams: Texas, Houston, and Atlanta.
Will Smith.
Will Smith, he was the closing pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. He was the setup pitcher for the Houston Astros, and I believe he was the setup man for Texas as well. But yes. Will Smith, the only player in MLB history to win 3 World Series rings with 3 different teams.
Safety car, go in. We want to see some racing.
We're going to get it coming in this lap. Lap 4 will be where we're at. And this will be interesting. Wow, I just looked at ESPN, and my San Antonio Spurs got absolutely annihilated tonight.
Wow, bandwagon.
I've been a diehard.
Comes in the league and then he wants to be a Spurs fan.
Nope. I've been a Spurs fan ever since I was a little kid watching David Robinson and Tim Duncan. Thank you.
He is nasty though. I'm not gonna lie.
Absolutely, but when you score,
have to try.
But when you score 111 points, you expect to win a basketball game. Not when the Indiana Pacers hung up.
Necessarily.
Hold on.
Score 130.
Oh no, it's worse than that. Indiana scored 152.
Oh wow, that's fun. Did they come off the bus and play, or did they just...
They didn't play defense. They just didn't play defense, obviously.
That's okay. The Raptors suck. The Maple Leafs suck. The Blue Jays suck. Toronto just sucks. Let's just put that out there.
No, speaking of the Maple Leafs, did you see what's going on with the San Jose Sharks right now?
No.
They're 0-9-1. Number 1.
Edmonton sucks too.
Hold on. This is even better. They're 0-9-1, and the last 2 games, the San Jose Sharks were outscored 20-3.
Someone's getting fired.
Yeah, and guess who they're playing tomorrow night? Philadelphia.
I don't think the safety car's in this lap.
It should be.
Oh,
there it is.
It's just really late at this track, I guess.
No, the detection, yeah, that was actually a late call because I'm looking at where the Sector 3 line would be, and it's actually in the middle of the strip.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's really late.
All right, well.
Don't get much time to try and hold everybody back.
Well, I mean, it's one straight, so yeah, definitely not. Sean Boy's going to be leading the field here through what would have been the remainder of Sector 3 down Herman Avenue, and we are ready to go. ASAP Loggy getting 5 seconds for ignoring yellow flags already.
Did he make a pass at before
the
start finish line?
He must have.
That's the only reason he'd get that, right?
Yeah, especially in that situation, I believe that would be the case. Sean Boyd going into turn 5. Kane is all over the back of him, but he's gonna tuck it right back in. The Alpine's gonna stay in P2. He is in the middle of a Red Bull sandwich there. But that's a pretty decent spot to be in for Mr. Kane. He's been on form as of late. Ever since that COS Ryder Cup race Rick, one of the guys to watch. He was, I believe, the AM guy on the podium there, and just he's been quick as of late. I would like to see him in tracks like Hungary. later on down the road, if I'm not mistaken, are the remaining tracks.
But these guys are already down to 60% ERS.
Yeah, this track's gonna burn like crazy. He's down the field a little bit. Gies is in the 5th, Gustavo's in 6th. ASAP Loggy. The field spread's already absolutely insane. I have a feeling some of these guys like Easy 10, Paul, and Electric Entree are running higher downforce setups because there should not even be 5 seconds back already after the first lap of green flag racing.
I don't know what wings is a good setup here. Like I said, I haven't done any practice, so I have no clue.
You're gonna laugh at me. I'm experimenting with my spa setup right now, and my spa setup is 14-13.
That's DRS not enabled yet?
No, this is the second lap
after
yes.
the.
It's a long track, dude. It might be just a big bunch of straights and a couple kinks, but it's a long track. I mean, over 6 kilometers. I believe it's actually the 3rd longest track on the Formula One calendar, and that's behind Jeddah and Spa.
I think it's second. I think it's Spa then Vegas, but I could be wrong.
It's something like that. It's very close. It's definitely within the top 3.
Isn't Baku longer than Jeddah? Or am I on drugs when I think that?
No, Baku's not longer than Jeddah. It's close, but it's not longer. Oh, AlphaTauri in the back. That's Gustavo. He lost it going on at the strip, and he's going to drop all the way back to P9. Oh, Easy 10's also collected in that as well.
He's getting very unlucky this race.
That's just insane. Gustavo is still trying to get it straightened up. It looks like he is good to go now, so we will be resuming racing. Electric Entree has been struggling.
Kane had an issue. Oh, and now he's hitting Haas.
Uh-oh. Kane is now in trouble. Whitjay ended up passing him for 3rd. DRS is finally enabled. Gies is up in the 4th now as well. Red Arrow's up in the 6th. He made the pass on ASAP Loggy going into turn 17. DRS is going to be enabled this lap. Whitjay is actually within range. He is going to be all over the back of BK momentarily. We'll see what the Ferrari has for the Red Bull.
Sean Boy's loving this right now. He's
Sean Boy's quick.
6-second gap now.
Sean Boy is absolutely flying right now, and this is what he needed to do. This would be interesting.
Yeah, field spread's going to be high around here, I'd say.
Yeah, it comes down. It's a street circuit. I mean, yeah, straight corner, straight chicane, but it's a street circuit after all. And if you're not confident around here, you're going to get lost real quick.
Somebody find that boy a map.
This isn't Dora and Diego.
This is Dora.
Oh, good
Backyardigans are better than Dora. That's just a fact.
Oh, jeez, here we go.
Let's see how much time Whitjay can gain on beat. Bro, this back straight is so overpowered with DRS.
Holy crap!
Basically gained a whole second just because of how long the straight is. If you're leading, come into the final lap, and the car's less than 5/10 behind you, well, you might as well just take your second place and go home.
Yeah, I think unless you're in the position Sean Boy is in and the position that Racer was in this afternoon, if you're out in front by over 5 seconds or so, you're fine. But if you're in a DRS train or leading the DRS train, I'd rather be the guy in 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah, if it's coming, even if it's not for the lead, if I'm near somebody coming to the final lap, hitting the DRS detection point there, I might just back off, let them through so I can get the DRS. Because you're going to be dead if he's within, I'd say, 7/10 of you.
Jinx, by the way. That was crazy. We both thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Kane's now finally got everything settled back in. Unfortunately for him, he ended up losing 3 positions. He all the way back to 5th. He's behind the Haas of Giza. He is in front of Red Arrow, who's looking pretty pacey right now himself. He's looking to not only take 5th, but he's going to try to take 4th. that Aston Martin kind of had a little bit of a lapse in pace in the middle part of the season. He started off very, very strong. He had a couple podiums. He was sitting in the top 3 in the AM3 championship for the first part of the season, and then just got unlucky, and then there was a couple of things that just happened, and he just lost his form. And hopefully this is going to turn around the back part of his season, and he can end very, very strongly for himself. His teammate JC is not here tonight, unfortunately. We were missing, what, I think it was 7 people out of the AM3 full-time. As Witjay goes onto the inside of turn 17, makes the pass on BK. I don't necessarily think I would have made the pass there. I would have tried to make the pass going into 5. We'll see who gets DRS. It's going to be BK going down into 5. We'll see what the Ferrari does defensively. The Red Bull's already all over the gearbox. BK is going in. He's going to actually hang back. He's going to give Witjay the position. Witjay is through into P2 for now.
BK might be having trouble. He's already down to 25% ERS, where Sean Boy's at 80 and Witjay's at 75.
Ooh. That's a good note to see. I didn't even catch that until you started talking about it. Then I looked.
And Sean Boy is now 8 seconds ahead.
Jeez, Sean Boy is
loving
flying.
all these people battling.
Sean Boy is flying, and a little bit of tidbit of information. I had it on source that Sean Boy, and this is coming from his own teammate. Sean Boy was over a second faster than him for a little while, as far as TT times were concerned. And yeah, Sean Boy is just quick around here, so I have that's why I kind of picked Sean Boy for the win. And I'm looking like a masterstroke for a genius right now. BK.
DRS is so powerful.
Jesus, BK makes the pass easy. Easy.
Goosey on exit. Oh, Kane's coming.
Kane is back in play. Kane is back in play. The Alpine is all over the back of the Ferrari. He's going to sit back. Oh my God, look at this battle in front of him.
Late.
Oh,
they touch.
The Ferrari and the Red Bull touch. The Alpine is going to take advantage of this. The Ferrari drops back into 4th, into the clutches of Giza. The Alpine's also got the DRS on BK. Right now it's a Red Bull 1-2, but it is under siege by the Alpine of Kane. He's going to tuck it into 5. He's not going to make the pass. We have 5 cars potentially. This is from 2nd all the way back to 6th. 9 seconds is the gap between Sean Boy and this DRS train. So he's definitely loving life. He does not want a safety car.
Yeah, a safety car would really... I mean, it wouldn't hurt Sean Boy, but he wouldn't want it, that's for sure. And we're already almost 10 laps in.
Yes, we are. And by the way, to allude something into the chat, I just looked down at it. No. BK may be the most consistent driver on the AM3 grid. He's definitely not the fastest, as we've already seen guys like Grade Ape, guys like Hood Kool-Aid Man. But one thing that BK has had over the last 2 seasons that nobody else has had other than Sean Boy is a good swift rabbit foot firmly stuck up his freaking hindquarters.
Tell me how you really feel.
That's what BK has had. I love the man. He's a fellow admin of mine. And, but yeah, no, BK is just the luckiest SOB I have ever met in my life when it comes to a Formula 1 race.
Witjay is going.
But guys like, yeah, but guys like
BK
Grade Ape,
is
Hood
gone,
Kool-Aid
and
Man,
he's-
Sod, whoa! Sod even, like, they just have outright pace, honestly. But again, BK definitely has the consistency. Speaking of BK having consistency, I kind of put the commentator's curse on him because he drops all the way down to P5. He isn't the clutches of Red Arrow.
BK is not looking too hot around this circuit at the moment. Maybe he'll find his footing.
He's outright said he's not fully confident at this track. Oh my God! Red Arrow on the inside of Giza. Holy
He seems
crap!
to be having a lot of rear lock, it looks like.
Wow. Don't have an argument
didn't
in
get
the
to see
chat
that,
because
man.
I
That's
didn't
sad.
say somebody's name right away, Mr. Sod. We all know you have AM1 pace when it comes to quali.
Cap. Put him up against Vamu. Vamu wins every time.
Vamu has one thing going for him. He's mightily consistent. That's the thing.
And fast. He's so happy he's my teammate. Shout out you, Vamu.
Oh yeah, you got freaking picked first. Okay, I don't want to hear you.
Yeah, I'm letting him down this season. I'm never gonna get picked ever again.
You guys are leading AM1 constructors. I don't want to hear you.
Yeah, no help of me. I gotta put in better performances, bro. The hosses are catching up.
Dude, you're getting fourths and fifths in AM1. How's that not putting up numbers?
That's not good. That's not good. If Vamu's winning every race, I at least need to get like podiums every race.
No, you want to know what's not good? And I'm gonna throw shade, and you know him very well. You could be E. Warren, my old AM3 commentator booth person.
I got mad at E. Warren.
Oh God! Oh no!
In Monaco.
I gotta throw shade at him.
Blocking like Ryan Newman.
I gotta throw shade at Warren. I miss him in the booth.
Oh, BK turns Ferrari.
No. He turned with Jay, but he's gonna stop. Oh my!
And now he's
God.
with Jay's definitely got rear wing damage because he completely. Oh no!
BK stopped. He wants to let him through.
Yeah, I would have just.
Does just that.
BK, you're probably getting the penalty other way, brother. I would have just kept going.
I caught that fully on stream, by the way. That was
There's
ugly.
no way Widjay doesn't have rear wing damage, by the way, because he reversed it and he put that into the wall at like 100 kilometers an hour. So he doesn't. I would be very surprised. He doesn't have front wing damage though. It doesn't look like, which is crazy.
Absolutely insane. He was definitely spun around quicker than closing a drying cycle in the dryer.
Yeah, that was crazy. Oh, Sean Boy pit.
That was
That's a very early pit stop.
Sean Boy's into the pits. Kane assumes the lead. After all his trials and tribulations, the Alpine is out in front. Red Arrow's up in the P3. Sean Boy's going to come out in P5. Maybe P6 if anything is said. With Jay, let's take a look at the Ferrari as he's looking like he's going to tiptoe through. On the screen here, it does have the pit icon in blue, so he's definitely got significant damage.
Oh, is that what that means?
Yes.
Oh, because like everybody has it. So I guess like a lot of people have damage. Because like Kane, Giza, Red Arrow, Paul, Jay,
maybe
EK,
not. Maybe not. Oh
Goose.
no, that's a green light. That's a green light. Maybe that just means the pit's open. I might be stupid.
I was gonna say because Sean Boy's the only one that doesn't have it, and he's pit already. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing something like your pit stop.
Yeah, that might be. My apologies.
For Jay.
It's on reduced damage, so the rear wing apparently is not going to be a thing. Neither is floor damage. So it's just front wing and
Shouldn't
tires.
that be? I thought we run standard damage.
I believe it's standard damage rate. It's just not the reduced damage is just what reduced is. It's standard damage rate. So if you hit the wall, you're gonna get the damage for the wing, or you get the tire to pop off. But that's about it. The field's kind of spread out now a little bit. BK and Sean Boy or BK and Witchay rather, are still battling on track. Ooh, that might have been dangerous for a pit entry. Both Witchay and BK are into the pits now, lap 13 and 25. They're probably going to go onto the hard compound tires, I would imagine. Witchay and BK both on the hard compound tires. Apparently, Witchay did not have wing damage. He didn't get a wing change on that at all. Which was very...
Which I don't know how.
I don't get how. But as it sits halfway through...
Sean Boy's sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, as it sits halfway through right now, it's a Kane, Red Arrow, Paul podium with Sean Boy literally all over the gearbox of the McLaren. So as it's, yeah, Sean Boy is definitely sitting pretty. He's basically got a pit stop in hand over pit stop in hand over Paul, more than about 3/4 of a pit stop over Red Arrow, and he's got Kane probably doubled as far as that is concerned, probably about half.
Yeah, he could. Sean Boyd could probably pit again and still come out ahead of BK. Well,
Yeah.
it would be close, but it's about 24 seconds.
Yeah, I think you're actually right. This pit lane is just literally one small straight. I think actually the pit delta here is probably closer to 15, maybe 20 seconds, instead of like a normal, like Hungary, for example, where it's like 27.
Gotta be honest though, Kane's putting some space between. Oh, there's a caution in sector 3. Oh, Gustavo and ASAP.
Oh no, ASAP Loggy and Gustavo. Gustavo's leaving the scene of the crime like he stole some local Dunkin' Donuts and the cops are chasing him.
No wing damage for ASAP again, which is crazy because he hit the wall pretty hard.
I gotta see something because if this
I'm
isn't.
checking.
I gotta check now.
Reduced. It says reduced.
Uh-oh, that's the problem.
I feel like it's been on that all season though. So either
That's the problem.
Obvious.
That would be the problem. I think it's supposed to be reduced standard, so that might be the issue. Interesting. Well, anyway, we press on. 14 laps in, Kane is the current leader. He actually is gaining time on Red Arrow in second. We had a yellow in, looked like turn 1, but that has been cleared. ASAP Loggy getting another penalty.
Convoy is coming though now. Kane, the thing Kane's got going for him is he'll be on fresher, softer tires. But I don't know if that'll be enough.
I don't know. I really, truly don't know. Kane did pit. Red Arrow did pit. Paul is in as well. So Sean Boy reassumes the lead. This is going to be the question mark. And as I have a cat that's about to cough up a hairball next to me. Hey. Turning
so
away for
my
2
eyes
seconds.
here, as long as there's no safety car, Sean Boy's got this in the bag.
I think if there's even a safety car in play, Sean Boy's got this in the bag. He is just absolutely lights out right now.
He's quick, but he's also not been in dirty air or anything the whole time. So if you put softs with him and Kane on, also the two Red Bulls I think used all their soft compound tires in qualifying. Kane only used 2. So if there is a safety car late, that might play a factor.
I mean, medium to soft compound tires, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Kane would still be on the more durable tire at the end of the day. I don't know how much soft compound tires degradate around here, though. That's going to be the problem. Yeah, that I don't know, unfortunately. So I got to do some trial runs tomorrow before AM2 for that.
Very spread out field right now. Red Arrow is the only one close to anybody.
Yeah, we're actually going to stay with the Aston Martin. That is a pursuit for the podium. As Giza gets wacky out of turn 16, and Red Arrow is going to jump all over this. Turn 17 now. We are on lap 16 here. Turn 1, he's not going to have a look. He's going to have DRS going into turn 5, but BK is setting fastest laps of the entire Grand Prix. Red Arrow is going to have DRS out of 4 for a second. Going down into turn 5, and the Aston Martin is going to make the overtake going into the corner, but on the outside, Giza's fighting it. The Haas decides that discretion is the better part of valor, and Red Arrow is into the podium places. BK is still 6 seconds back of that. Oh, actually, no, 5 seconds back of that. I thought that was 5.9. I need glasses. Oh, that is absolutely crazy. Giza's going to have DRS potentially going down the strip as long as he stays there with Red Arrow. We'll see what the Haas does to combat the Aston Martin, who finally looks like it appears to be like he's found pace. Kane is closing the gap a little bit to Sean Boy up front as well. That was just over 9 seconds. It is now under 8. And Giza is too far back. He does have DRS, but he's over a second back. He must have caught the detection point right beforehand. And a second, well, 1.1 seconds is too much of a gap to even make anything happen. So the Haas is going to stay behind. He's going to want to try to keep tabs on him, because if he loses him, he's going to fall into the clutches of BK momentarily. BK has already closed the second on this. And Giza's doing just that. He's hanging tight. He's still within 7/10. He's going to have DRS through... Oh, maybe not. Maybe he just lost it. And he did. He does not have DRS going down into turn 5. So Red Arrow is now going to slowly but surely chase away from him. And BK, who is now under 5 seconds, is going to close in on P4 and Mr. Giza. As it sits right now, BK is going to end up extending the championship fight with his teammate Sean Boy into Hungary next week. With the Sean Boy win and BK right now at best, and I'm looking at P4, not P5.
Kane is catching.
It's
and
now
I
down to
mean
6 too.
catching.
It's now down to 6.3. It was just down, now down 2 seconds. He's got 8 laps to do this.
I know he's on pressure tires, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they're both on a set of softs, I think Kane might have the pace.
This is going to get very interesting fairly quickly. If things map out the way it's looking like, 6 seconds up the road is the Red Bull. Kane has to negotiate the Haas of Electric Entree, who Sean Boy just recently lapped. It may be too much. It might be too much of a tall order, but he is closing. And we have a yellow in Sector 1. That is Electric Entree. He's going to let the Alpine through. I mean, a straightaway is the best way to do it, best spot to do it, and quite frankly, fair play to Electric Entree for letting it happen. See if Kane can actually now close the gap. It's 6.2.
Yeah, I think the tires are probably evening out now.
Yeah, the crossover point's going to hit soon. Red Arrow right now has put in an additional 2 seconds on the Giza. He's looking solid right now for that podium spot. That's the surprise podium that I didn't see coming, that I saw coming last season. But yeah, Assad has already said in the chat, mediums might be into that crossover point with the hard compound tires, therefore might fall away. We'll see come lap 25. We are now in lap 18, about to be lap 19. He has not gained too much, if anything at all, on Sean Boy in the lead. As I say that, there goes 2/10. As I say that, there goes 2/10.
Very spread out field right now.
Yes. Well, I mean, some races are going to end up being like that. Some races are going to be like the EU4 race, where it was just safety car upon safety car. AM3 has not been that tonight, and honestly, it's okay.
No, we want safety cars. Make it interesting. Somebody bend it into the wall. I want to see Kane versus Sean Boy on softs. Kidding, but not really.
Oh my gosh.
You can't tell me you wouldn't want to see a Sean Boy versus Kane both on softs.
I'm not saying
3-lap shootout.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I'm just saying, like, I just know calamity and chaos is going to ensue. I guess that's the head start talking in me. I don't know.
Yeah, Death knows if there's a safety car, he's gonna have to go through 8,000 reports. So he's like, no safety cars.
Uh,
Me, on the other hand, I don't have to worry about that. So safety car!
of course you would say that. Red Arrow has now negotiated the lap traffic of electric entree, so the podium places have now passed P11 on track, with BK very closely behind. Oh,
I don't think Kane is fast enough. Like, he's got to gain a second a lap, which I don't think is going to happen, unfortunately.
well, 6 laps in 5 seconds. I mean, it's now down to 5.
Yeah.
It
I
may
think after
happen.
the tires.
If he can hold on to the tires, it may happen on lap 25. He might have a shot going down into turn 5 on the final lap. We'll see. 6 laps to go here in Las Vegas. And besides that battle for the lead, we have BK, who is now only 1.6 seconds in front of the Haas of Giza. And in front of Giza is his own teammate, Electric Entree. So I don't know how I'd feel about being left by my own teammate. And is he going to play a role in potentially trying to hold BK at bay? You got to think of that tactically now. I mean, BK uncharacteristically has had a bigger front wing this week than he has in the past. I mean, he did shove Woodjay out of the way, costing the Ferrari what could have been a potential podium.
Kane's like, this Ben guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Hold my beer. If Kane can get in to Sean Boyd's DRS, it's a commentator's curse.
As soon as you said it, said it.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Kane.
He had it too.
I feel so horrible. The commentator, I was gonna say, if he could just get into his DRS range on that final straight in the last lap, he is golden. Oh, well, yeah, I'll take the commentator curse for that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get that. You're gonna get that curse firmly and swiftly turned up into a ball and shoved straight up your hindquarters. And Cam, everyone's at the casino. They didn't want to race at the track.
I wish I was at the casino. I went to the casino today, but you don't want to know how much money I lost.
How many zeros is it?
I don't need to specify, just in case my father watches.
You know your father does listen to streams.
Yeah, he's sleeping right now, but if he, just in case he watches the VOD after it, yeah, no one needs to.
Oh, by the way,
Wasn't that much money. I mean, it was enough where I could afford.
By the way, even with that mistake, he closed another 1.5 seconds, so it's back down to 4 seconds.
Let's go, the commentator curse isn't a thing.
Oh, man.
Just crack a nice Jones cream soda.
Hey, I like Jones Green Apple Soda.
I've never had a green apple.
Oh,
Sounds
you
good,
need.
though. I love green apple.
You need to have Green Apple Soda.
Oh my gosh, I can't get the freaking cap off.
BK is gonna make the pass into fourth.
I'm not paying attention.
BK makes the pass into fourth place over Giza. That's been brewing for a while. We knew it was coming. It was just a matter of when. BK doesn't waste any time going into out of the strip of turn 14, 15, and 16. Makes the pass, and the Haas is actually all over the gearbox. He's fighting this. Giza, and then he loses it. He loses it in the one. And that's going to be his potential fight with BK for P4 done and dusted. So BK is now clear to try to pursue Red Arrow for the podium places, but I think 6 seconds is too much of a gap. The gap that I'm now watching.
Playing the shark music. He
He
can see him. He can see his challenge in front of him.
And he's got 3.5 laps to do it.
All he needs is DRS on the last lap. He doesn't even have to get in that. As long as he's within, like we said, 7/10. He's got a chance.
3.5 laps to do this. He
If I was him,
can
though,
get there.
I'd be saving my ERS.
We'll see what happens. The battle, I'm going to go down to a little bit of the midfield here. Witche and Paul are fighting for P6. The McLaren is all over the back of the Ferrari, going down the strip into turns 14, 15, and 16. Ferrari goes defensive. McLaren on the outside makes the pass, not even into the corner, and Paul takes P6, demotes Witche into P7. What could have been for Witche, though, what could have been for Witche, has turned into an absolute nightmare on the strip. I mean,
I think
still
Kane's just
P7.
gonna run out of time. If it was a 100% race, I'd say Kane would win.
Yeah,
I'd love to do
3.7.
a
It's now
100%
2.5.
league. That'd
It's
be
now
awesome.
2.5 seconds. Well, 2.5 laps, not 2.5 seconds. Gap is now back over to 4. So there it is. I think those tires have now hit that crossover point. And
Still a great run by Kane.
that was a great recovery by Kane, honestly. Sean Boy absolutely laying the gauntlet down. He has only 2 laps to go this time by. And it'll be very interesting to see what happens here the last couple of laps of the race. As my kid's mom is calling me and I am on stream. God darn it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. She is going to be mad at me and she's going to hate me.
Oh, death is sleeping on the couch tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There won't be a 4th child coming.
Amen to that. I have enough headaches as it is. I don't need another one. 2 laps to go. Sean Boy is firmly out in front. A little over 3.5 seconds now is the gap. Red Arrow is holding on to the podium places. He's 6 seconds back of P2. BK is going to end up staying in 4th place, barring a mistake. He's almost 7 seconds drift of that. Giza's in P5. Paul with a good run in P6. Okay, that was the Hassel Electric entree, letting those 2 guys through. Paul in P6. Witche's in 7th. Gustavo is in 8th. Easy 10 for Williams is in P9, and ASAP Loggy rounding out the points in P10. And the closest battle on track is that battle for P6 between Paul and Witche. So we'll go with Witche here as he goes through the complex of turns 6, 7, as you saw the spear in the background there, and then turn 8, going down into the avenue now.
Yeah, Kane's just gonna run out of time.
Yeah, unfortunately for him. If he didn't make that mistake, it would have been literally lap 25. We would have called it. Does this keep Sod in the championship fight too? 10 points, 12 points, 150. Yeah, it does. BK does it.
With math, so
BK is not gonna lock out the AM3 championship this week with a P4 finish. He needed P2.
ASAP's around again.
ASAP's around. Yeah, Ricky, I just did that math in my head. I believe it's going to extend. Yeah, it's definitely going to extend into Hungary, and then he could close. Sod out. I believe with this, it closes Hood Kool-Aid Man out, and the best he could do is P2.
Has Kane won a race before in cost?
He has not. He has gotten a couple of podiums.
So close, yet so far. Sean Boy has, correct?
Yeah, Sean Boy won one this season. I believe he won. Yeah, he won Monaco this season.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought.
And we are going down the strip for the final time here tonight. Sean Boy, 2 seconds. If Kane did not make that mistake, what could have been going into turn 16 at the end of the being is gonna be a fight for the fight for the win. But Sean Boy is not complaining. The Red Bull is coming out of turn 16, going up and Sean Boy will win the AM3 inaugural race here at Las Vegas. Kane is gonna finish P2. Nice recovery drive by the Alpine. Red Arrow's going to hold on for P3 and stay onto the podium. Returning the form is that Aston Martin. Great drive by him. BK, the AM3 championship leader, who saw his lead take a little bit of a hit from Sean Boy, is going to finish P4. Giza is going to finish P5. So the championship fight is going to remain for one more week into Hungary. I believe it's now Saad, Sean Boy, and BK, the only 3 drivers that can win the AM3 championship now. But Paul's going to be P6, Witche is P7. Easy 10's coming down the strip now. Gustavo is in 9th as well. He's going to be closely behind him. And we got a little bit of a wait between him, these 3. Easy 10, Gustavo, and ASAP Loggy, and Electric Entree, actually. Oh, as he just blasts at Chicane. I don't know what's going on with Electric Entree there. He's going to be the first one to cross the line out of these 4.
Keen ran more downforce because he was about 8 kilometers an hour slower than Sean Boy at top speed.
And I have a doorbell I got to attend to. Somebody needs to get that, unfortunately.
Ding ding.
I am sleeping on the couch tonight. Yep. And she's going to be mad at me. She's already yelling. Great. Deathstorm is going to be Deadstorm in about 20 minutes.
On the couch.
Deathstorm is going to be Deadstorm in about 20 minutes.
I'll be leading comms next week, everybody.
Witche only had minor wing damage, by the way, from that. He just said that in the chat.
That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy. But yeah, that is your race. And we will get the results momentarily. Sean Boy is going to take the win here. Absolute dominant drive by the Red Bull. Completely dominant drive by the Red Bull. Lights the flag, no challenge, no nothing. What could have been the final lap, one mistake ended up costing it. But Sean Boy takes the win. Alpine P2 and with Kane. Red Arrow doing a Fernando Alonso, putting Aston Martin back onto the podium. BK in 4th, Giza's in 5th, Paul in 6th, Witche in 7th, Easy 10 in 8th, Gustavo 9th, ASAP Loggy 10th, rounding out the points, Electric Entree finishing P11, and CV Delta doing his best Uji Ide impersonation and just completely just dive bombing turn 5.
Yeah, that was something. Still not too sure what was going on there,
But yeah, that is your race. Your thoughts about AM3 tonight, sir? I'll start with you.
It was a good race for the most part. Not sure what the Mercedes was doing, but hey, better to do it on the first lap, I guess, than race 25 laps and then wreck yourself out. Hate it for Witche. Would have been interested to see how him and BK would have done. They didn't hit each other. And if only there was a few more laps, I would have loved to see if Kane could have got past for the lead.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty dominant drive by the Red Bull. Kane, if he didn't make that mistake, would have had his chance. It's a woulda, coulda, shoulda been situation. He basically pulled a Death Storm, made one mistake, and it was a fatal one, costing him his race, but he still hung on for the podium, so it's a great drive by him. I believe that P2, if I remember correctly, that actually is his best finish.
Oh.
In cost. He had two top three. He had the podium, I think that was a P3 in the Ryder Cup race, and then he had the P3 literally the week after. So,
he was fast today.
Yeah, he definitely had the pace. It was a great race from him. But as far as that, I really have nothing else to say other than the kamikaze move that I don't know. I think he just missed his breaking point personally and tried to go for a move that just wasn't there.
It's okay. It was fun to watch.
Catching it on stream, that was pretty funny. But no, looking forward to the rest of the week for Contest of Speed action. Tomorrow we have E3, 4 p.m. or is it? Yeah, it is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. over in the UK, 10 p.m. Central European. And then tomorrow night is AM2 featuring yours truly, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, I believe it's 3 p.m. Central European, 2 p.m. UK. That's tomorrow's action here in Contest of Speed. For Mr. B. Scholes, for the rest of AM3, I am Deathstorm, and we will see you guys all next week from Hungary. Until then, be safe, be well, and we'll talk to you guys then.